Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video tutorial I'm going to show you some pretty ornaments that we're going to make using paper napkins like this, or really anything. I'm doing a beachy theme for one of my Christmas trees this year, so I'm working on projects for that. But you can use any kind of paper napkin, whether it came from Dollar Tree or came from a fancy home decor store. It can be, Christmas themed. It could be this, in my instance, it's blue and green and beach themed, but it could be absolutely anything. And we're going to be putting it on some little white wood tags or some little white wood arabesque ornament things. And we're going to be doing it with an iron. Then we're going to add buttons and bling and a ribbon and some tulle, and I'm going to show you the whole process. So this is where we're going. That's one of them. Here is another. This one has bling on it, and it's like an underwater scene, and there's a fish bling from my Totally Dazzled website. Here's another one that has a mermaid bling on it. So this is just my thing, but you can do this idea with absolutely anything that you would like. Okay, so first thing what I like to do, this is honestly the easiest way to decoupage. It really is. Use a little brush. I'm using this matte Mod Podge. You can use absolutely any kind of Mod Podge. You can even get a recipe on the internet for making your own Mod Podge using like white school glue and water. So I'm going to paint a generous coat of Mod Podge on all the ornaments. And then I am going to set this aside and let it dry. Oops, if I don't drop it on the floor first. Okay, and once it's dry, it's going to look, I'm trying to remember which side. It's going to look a little bit, oh, I got something in this one. Oh well. It's going to look a little lumpy, but that's okay. So it's completely dry to the touch. And now let me bring my iron over. I have my iron set a little bit below cotton. And I'm just going to, okay, so when you get your napkins, the nice quality ones are going to have 3 plies. And I want to come up and show you. So here's this napkin, which is a nice one. Here's 1 ply. Here's another ply. And you want to remove all of the plies so that you just have the very top layer. If you don't remove all of the ply, it won't lay flat and it's not going to look good. So you can see how thin this becomes. This particular one is not a beach theme, but I'm going to do buttons on this one, and it's blue and green, which is what my colors are going to be for my tree. Okay, so the next thing is I'm going to just lay my ornament on top of a piece of parchment paper with the side up that has the Mod Podge on it. And I'm going to decide, how do I want this to lay? Because this is kind of has lines, I do want it to be relatively straight if possible. And I'm going to put 1 teeny little iron press on there to attach it. And then you put another piece of parchment paper over it, and with your iron, just going to iron it, and look at that. Ta-da! It reactivates the dried Mod Podge. Let's do another one. I'm just going to trim this, and I'll show you the easiest way that I think there is to remove the excess paper. Okay, let's use this pretty napkin. I wish I had about 20 of these, but I had 2. And somebody sent them to me. If it was you, and if you have some more of this one, I would love some more. I would really love some more, because this is like my favorite. This is totally my colors and everything for my tree. Okay, so let's make sure I'm on the right side. Yes, I am. And I'm just going to lay it down, and then I'm going to line this up. One teeny little press on there, that kind of holds it in place. I'll put my parchment paper over the top. Tell me in the comments if you have done Mod Podge this way. Okay, so there's lots of different ways to do it. You can paint your piece with your Mod Podge, and while it's still wet, apply whatever it is that you're attaching, paper napkins. It's kind of hard because it has a tendency to get on your fingers and then stick and want to pull up. So that's one way, do it while it's wet. Another way is wait until, paint your item with Mod Podge, let it dry, then use an iron. And another way is to use like a plastic wrap. So you put plastic wrap down, put your napkin on the top, and you iron it. This way I think is the easiest way, the iron method. So here's one. Here's another. I'm going to just give them one more quick little press. And then I'll show you the easiest way to, I'm going to unplug my iron and put it on the side. I'm going to show you the easiest way to remove the excess. Just get this over here. Okay. In my opinion, the easiest way to remove this excess is with one of these little mini sanders. I got mine on Amazon. I understand that you can get them at hardware stores. You could also use a fingernail file or a sanding block, you know, one of those sponge things, or just some sandpaper, or you can burn it off, but it does tend to leave the edges a little bit charred. Or you could use an X-Acto knife. But this just is so easy. Did you see how easy that came off? Ba-boom! Okay, so there's one, and here is another. And I was kind of sloppy in applying my Mod Podge, so I've got it on the sides. So I'm just pulling it up off the side of these little white tags. These white tags, by the way, come from Magnolia DIY. They're really affordable. You get a package of 12. They're already painted. They have a hole in them, which is nice. These arabesque ones are also from magnoliadiy.com, and they come a package of 12. They're not expensive at all. They're like a little bit, like $1.05 or something a piece. They're already painted. They are great. Okay, let me get rid of this sanding dust. And so I have this one all ready to go. We'll do that, and then this is what I will make this one end up looking like. But I'll do it off camera. So let's do this one, since I haven't had one to show you that looked like that. And we'll do this one. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to poke a hole where my napkin covered the hole. You can use any kind of instrument. This is just one of those little Dollar Tree. I don't know what these are for, actually. So on the ones that are this arabesque shape, I am using some adorable Bling from Totally Dazzled, and they have a ton of different pieces and collections. And what I have here is this, what is it called? Beach Pack in antique bronze, and it has this big fish, it has the mermaid, it has an awesome starfish, we might use that. It has this pretty set of shells, this pretty bling, which is a seashell, this pretty bling, which is a seashell, there's a turtle, there's a seahorse, I think that's what we're going to do actually, there's this little starfish, so there's a lot of great shapes, and they have just come out with some really neat stuff for fall as well. My favorite metal in that company is the antique bronze. That's what I like the best. Okay, so I'm just going to use some of this natural polished hemp that I get at Walmart in the craft section. This is usually put on the aisles where the stuff to make jewelry is. Okay, and I am just going to basically do that, and I'm going to glue it down because it's going to want to flip-flop all over. We'll cover that up with a ribbon anyways. Okay, and with the bling, I decided to use, where is it? Both my low temperature hot gluing device that I use all the time. I'm going to use that. I'm also going to use a little bit of E6000. So it's going to be a combination of those two things. So I'm going to put a little bit of E6000 on this little seahorse first. Just in a few little spots. And then I'll add some hot glue. I'm just going to kind of drop my little seahorse in the center. It's hard to see. Get too much. Okay, I'm just trying to read your comments. I think I forgot to say any of my normal stuff. I've been working on this, trying to get ready for like 2 hours, you know, because I always want my projects to be something extra, to not just be, I don't know, I want them to be really, really good for you. And sometimes I feel like like it takes a while. So anyway, so I have been working on this for a while, and I was so excited once I figured out exactly what I was going to be doing that I rushed to get on, and I don't think I said any of my normal stuff, like let me know you're here, feel free to sprinkle, feel free to ask questions. I'm just cutting the end of this little ribbon in a dovetail. I wish I could remember where I got this beautiful ribbon. It's wired. I kind of think that it was one of those $5 ribbons at the Dollar Tree Plus store a few years ago during like Easter time, but I might not be right. Okay, and I'm going to use some white tulle, which I've been using a lot of tulle lately. I've really been having fun with it, and I'm just going to go back and forth, I don't know, 4 times maybe. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, and then I have some cream colored yarn out. I'm going to tie a knot in the center. Let's move this so that you can see what I'm doing a little better. Cut these strings off. Okay, so here's the start of my bow, and then I'm just going to chop the ends of it. It's probably still going to be too long. And this side is much longer. And it looks like this. All right. And then I'm using this. Gosh, I could have sworn I made one that was longer, but on the top. And I'm basically just going to put it on the top here. I'm trying to remember, how did I do the last one? And I'm going to use a little bit of this cream colored yarn. And I'm just going to go around and around and around a couple times. Knot in the center. You can make your bow, you can make stacked bows, you can make messy bows, you could just make a regular bow, absolutely whatever appeals to you. This is just what I've been feeling like doing lately, is this style. Okay. Cut these off. This is what my bow is going to look like. And it might need a little trimming, but it's basically, yeah, it's too long. The tulle is too long. And I'm just going to glue it right here. And then I have a natural looking hanger, and I will just tie a knot and trim off the ends of this. And da-da-da, there is one decoupaged ornament with a beach theme that has a ribbon and some bling. On this one I used a different color ribbon, which I believe this also came from Dollar Tree a while ago. And so I did these two earlier, and this one just now. And I will get close-up pictures of all of those. Let's do the this one now. And I'm going to use buttons for this one, so it's going to be similar to this idea. What do you guys think? These would make beautiful little package toppers too. You could also do a whole a string of beads and a tassel at the other end if you would like. Okay, my buttons are kind of ivory colored, so I'm going to use this more ivory colored tulle. So tell me in the comments if you have started thinking about your Christmas tree this year or your Christmas decor. I tend to start thinking about it early, and by about Halloween I'm itching to get mine put up. I really am. And this year I am 99% sure that I'm going to do a small tree of some sort, I gotta get it, in my dining room with a beachy theme. Okay, here's the base of that. Alrighty, and let's pull out some pretty buttons. We had a beautiful one here somewhere. Where did I put it? Here it is. I'm going to do 3 buttons. The biggest one being in the middle. I would like the 2 on either side to look sort of similar, so let me just dig for a second. I'm kind of down to the point in my buttons where I've used all the most beautiful ones and I just have the kind of plain ones left for the most part. Okay, there's 2 that are very similar. We'll use those. I need to go button shopping. Okay, so I'm going to put the big one in the center. This really would be a gorgeous package topper, but I think it'll be a pretty ornament on my tree also. Okay, so where did that, I need to cut another piece of that green ribbon. Where are you? So tell me if you are already thinking about your Christmas decor, if you have started to make any ornaments or any Christmas decor for your house or your tree. Tell me that. What are you doing, a fun theme? Do you have anything different or unusual that you're doing this year? I'm going to do the main tree in our family room, probably almost identical to what I did last year because it was so pretty. It was just all natural, which for me is cream. Cream, but with lots of texture and some natural wood. And then I'm going to do a tree in our dining room, which we haven't done in a few years. We used to do that every year. And for that one, I'm going to do a beach theme. At least that's the plan right now. Okay, let me trim up my little tool because this has got some crazy spots. And I think I'll use the last of this yarn to be my hanger. I like to just fold it in half, poke it through the hole, pull the tail through the fold. And get something that looks just like that, easy peasy. And then I'll tie a knot up here and trim off the and I'm going to glue this kind of right here. These turned out so pretty, so pretty. I can't decide which ones I like better. I like the ones that have the bling, or do I like the ones that have the buttons? What do you guys think? I'm going to get close-up pictures. So here's the 2-button ones. And this is the one I just made with a little seahorse bling. Here is a little mermaid bling. And here is a big fish, an ocean type fish bling. What state do I live in? I live in Georgia. I live in the northern suburbs of Atlanta. Becky says she likes the buttons. You know, I love some bling here and there. I think it looks pretty, but I am just, at my heart, I'm a button lover. So I could decorate with buttons, do crafts with buttons every day, all day, but I know you guys would get bored because not everybody loves buttons like I do. But anyways, that is what I wanted to show you. Susie says she thinks she likes the buttons on the tag style better. Yeah. So I still have this one to finish up off camera, and I'll do it probably almost identical to one of these. This napkin is really pretty. And those are the colors of green and blue that I want to do my tree. So, do this, or say something to me in the comments. Check to see if you've liked and followed this page. You know, I am, if you're watching live, it is the first week of October 2023. And this page, DiyDreaming, is right about 249,000 followers. So I'm about 1,000 followers away from 250,000 followers, which is unreal. Anyway, so maybe you've been watching, but you haven't taken a second to click that follow button. Take a peek and see if you did. And if you didn't, click follow and help me get there to that big, big goal that I've had for a long time. A little quicker. Feel free to sprinkle. Let me know if you want my complete supply list. I am getting that all ready to go, and I would be glad to share it with you. It's going to even give you the info on my Surebonder Cool Shot. Ooh, this is very stringy. Hot gluing device. And I'm just reading. I'm going to go get a cup of ice cold coffee with some pumpkin spice creamer stuff that has 0 sugar in it, and some ice. And I'm going to go sit in my comfy chair and get busy reading what you guys have to say. Let me know if you joined late and you want to watch the replay from the beginning, because I'll also be glad to get that for you. So you can just click and it'll take you right to the start of this video so you can watch the whole thing. Don't hesitate to ask questions, all that normal good stuff. Alrighty, see you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, Phyllis. She said she shared to help me reach my goal. I so appreciate that. Alrighty, see you guys later.